Andrew's opening up here is the fiberglass mat. This is everything that comes in the kit like you see. You order the kits for whatever size pipe. You can see this one here is an 8-inch pipe by 4-foot long point repair kit with hot weather resin. So inside the kit you get everything from your fiberglass wrap. You can see the actual pre-liner is actually already on the bladder here. And you also get this carrier protector. This, like we said inside, was so that this multi-size packer is not going to overexpand to a larger size than whatever size you're trying to do the repair in. Also, too, is going to act as a heat barrier for the bladder, so you can get more uses out of it. And the pre-pack that comes in the point repair kits, it gives you rags to your zip ties. You get rubber gloves, eye protection, Tyvek suit. Squeeze out that happens with the epoxy, it doesn't bond to it, so the bladder will actually release nice and easy when they go to sleep. You can see Jerry's using the custom scrapers that we sell with these kits. we have trowels, but we found that the pieces of cardboard work just as good. We actually prefer them. Just going to make sure he has a nice even coat on, then he's going to flip it over and wet out the back side. Alright, now that Jerry's got the first side wet out, he's simply going to flip it over.
This is typically everything here is typically
and like Jerry just said, this is typically for a 3-man crew. Alright, they got it all wet out, and now they're going to just drop their bladder right on top. Like I said before, we talked about the smooth transition from the hose pipe onto the repair. And that's simply because of this overlap right here, where we cut the fiberglass 3 inches longer on each side. Now Andrew's just pouring the epoxy right into the pockets, and they're going to hand wet it out. Make sure it's all nice and saturated. Give it a once over, a nice good rub. It's usually where the good jokes come in. Want to make sure you get it nice and saturated up in the pockets where the zip ties are. Make sure that you don't have any dry spots. Time and throw it in the pipe. And we actually include a couple extra zip ties in each kit, just to make sure that if you pop one while you're fastening it up, that you have extras. Generally, the rule of thumb is you want to put about 1 zip tie per linear foot. On the leading edge, the edge that's going into the pipe first, they're usually going to double up on that edge as well. Just in case, because that's the edge that's going to be drugged through first. In case you hit these snags, you got an extra one on there. And actually, flow in the pipe will help you here. Not that you can't pull this thing down a dry pipe. It's actually easier with flow because the water will actually help you carry it into place. But it only takes 1 man to drag it in place. And he can watch his gauge, and you can actually, by watching the gauge, you'll know when it hits the pipe wall. Your gauge will actually spike, and it'll drop back down when it hits the wall for the resistance. And that way he knows where it hits the wall. He's going to hold this at about 27 pounds.
You say, boys, not so bad, huh?
And that's it.
No.
The repair's in. As soon as he gets that bottle dialed in, actually take that bucket that still has a little bit of the remnants in it, and take that and drop it down inside the manhole lid so it has the same ambient temperature that it would that the